quick video on the water change I'm doing and kind of again how I do it. Sorry. So first I just wanted to say I have this at the halfway mark. So right now, as you can see, the water is almost exactly at the halfway mark. I'm just gonna wait just a little bit because since this is a long tube, all this water is going back into the fish tank after I reverse the flow. So I do it a little bit more just to cover what's in the tube. So yeah, and so this is about a 50% water change I'm doing today. I'm starting to do 2 water changes a week, 2 50% water changes, and I really don't know if that's bad or if it's good. Some people don't like to do big water changes that often. I do. It tends to make the water clear and the fish happy. They seem to come out a little bit more when I do a water change, and the plants seem to like it. As you can see, the Ludwigia grew, it's much longer than the Jungle Bell now. So that kind of says that. I forgot to clean the glass while the water was all the way filled, so I tried to do that while it was dry, just dipping the brush in. And yeah, I scooped the duckweed. As you can see, a lot of it's gone. And there's actually more than this. Some of it's stuck in the Ludwigia, because you can see that's a big mess. Or sorry. It's really thickened up. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I just want to make a quick update. Nothing much happened besides everything growing. I haven't been adding anything, as I told you. I'm just going to let it grow out and see what happens. I did hack down the Jungle Bell, and I think I showed you that in my last video, and if not, sorry. So yeah, I'm going to finish this water change up, and then I'll come back to you when I'm done. Okay, so I just finished the water change, and I wanted to show you what I add into the tank before I finish the video. So the first thing I add is Stress Coat. It's a dechlorinator, and it also protects the fish's slime coat, as you can see there. And I add 3 capfuls of that. That's for about 50 gallons. And I do that when the water's 75% full, when I'm refilling it. And I add a little bit more than 3 caps if it's anything, anything more than 50%, like if it's 60 or 70. And the second thing I add right when I finish filling is this. It's Flourish XL. And I only add that because it replaces the CO2 that you take out of the aquarium while you're doing a water change. So if you do a big water change, then you're taking out too much CO2, and that just helps kind of replace it and keep the CO2 levels steady. And I don't really add it other than when I do the water change. Unless the CO2 stops running for any reason, I'll add just a little bit, not a full capful though. Otherwise, I just have the CO2 right after that running for the rest of the week. And then I add 2 other things right when I finish, and I don't think you can see up here. This is Tetra Algae Control. You can probably find this anywhere. I get this at Walmart. It's really cheap, so I thought I would try it, and I've been using it for about a month now, or more. I don't really keep track. I just know it's more than a month. And I haven't had any green water, just green water, and this might just be because the lighting schedule has been changed, but there's a lot less algae. I'm using a phone, so it's not great quality, but it doesn't seem to focus very well. But there's a lot less algae. Almost no algae actually on here, and if you can see, that's hair algae. It looks like it's actually dead, and it's just hanging on because it's white. It's not green anymore. So I don't know if hair algae just dies like that, but that could be what it is. So yeah, and then another thing I add is Clarify Freshwater by Brightwell Aquatics. I think that's the brand. And I've been using this again for about the same amount of time I use that. And the water has been a lot clearer. Right now it's very clear, and this camera makes the colors look weird, just like it's making that look white. And I really don't know why. Yeah, so it does make the water very clear right from the side. You can see that it's a lot better, and it stays like, it keeps it clear longer, so I won't have to do water changes so quickly. Like before, I would have to do a water change every, like 4 days if I want the water to stay clear, and now I can, wait more than a week, and the water will still be clear. Although I still do twice a week just because I want to keep the plants healthy. It doesn't matter what the water looks like, really. That's more for the site. And that's all I add with chemicals. I do occasionally add something. I just have it in this bottle. It's not AccuClear. I have it because this is a dropper. Or this has a little dropper on the end, so it's easier to put in the tank. But what I actually have in here is chemical to help the fish keep them healthy and not get diseases. Kind of like just keeping them disease free. It doesn't like cure anything, but it just keeps them healthy. So yeah, that's all I add in the tank. And earlier, if you saw, I had the tube back here. I want to say this, but I forgot to say this. I put it here because the heater's right here. And that just makes it because when I fill up the water, it's usually a bit cooler. Or that's how I like to have it. And I just put it on the heater so it doesn't get too cold. And if it turns on, that means I'll have to turn the water temperature up a little bit just to keep it level and not get too cold, just because if you have cold water running, it starts to get colder as it runs. So that's why I do that. And that's all I do with the water change. And I try not to feed my fish as much, just to keep the water clear, about 3 times a week, 4 times a week. And I usually try to do them right before a water change, just so it after it clouds up the water, I can just clear it up right away. And if you notice, I have a CD there. I actually have it because of this light. At night, it tends to be bright because it's right next to my bed, and I like my room really dark when I go to sleep. So yeah, that just explains that if you're wondering. Yeah. So if you liked the video, please like it and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.